What happens when a dream vacation turns into a nightmare? Imagine spending thousands of dollars for a luxury music festival in paradise, only to arrive and find chaos, disaster tents, no food, and no music. This is the story of Billy McFarland and the infamous Fyre Festival, a scam so audacious it left influencers, investors, and festival-goers stranded in the middle of nowhere. Today, we're diving into the rise and fall of the Fyre Festival, and the lessons it holds for anyone who trusts social media hype and too-good-to-be-true promises. Billy McFarland was a young, charismatic entrepreneur with an uncanny ability to sell ambitious ideas. Born in 1991 in New Jersey, he grew up with a penchant for bold projects and a desire to stand out. As a college dropout, McFarland quickly dove into the business world, launching ventures aimed at tapping into the desires of affluent millennials. One of his first major efforts was Magnus's, a luxury membership club that promised exclusive perks, such as access to private events, luxury hotel upgrades, and networking opportunities with elite professionals. While Magnus's attracted attention, it was plagued by logistical failures, unfulfilled promises, and customer dissatisfaction, foreshadowing the chaos that would later define his most infamous venture. In 2016, McFarland set his sights even higher, teaming up with rapper Ja Rule to create the Fyre Festival, a music event like no other. The festival was marketed as the pinnacle of luxury and exclusivity, a once-in-a-lifetime experience that would take place on a private island in the Bahamas, once owned by the notorious drug lord Pablo Escobar. The island was described as a tropical paradise, boasting crystal-clear waters, white sandy beaches, and the kind of secluded opulence that only the wealthiest could afford. The festival promised to deliver more than just music. Advertised as an exclusive retreat for influencers, celebrities, and the elite, it featured a lineup of world-class performers, luxury accommodations in private villas, gourmet meals prepared by celebrity chefs, and activities like snorkeling, yacht parties, and mingling with supermodels. Ticket prices ranged from $1,200 for basic packages to over $100,000 for VIP experiences that included chartered flights, private yacht accommodations, and exclusive meet-and-greet opportunities with stars. The concept was irresistible, a music festival that wasn't just an event but a gateway to the lifestyle of the rich and famous. To bring this ambitious vision to life, McFarland and his team launched a marketing campaign that was nothing short of genius. They enlisted some of the world's most famous models and influencers, including Bella Hadid, Emily Ratajkowski, and Kendall Jenner, to film a promotional video. The video depicted a glamorous, carefree utopia models basking in the sun, sipping cocktails, and enjoying the pristine beauty of the Bahamas. With stunning visuals and an irresistible message of exclusivity, the campaign exuded luxury, adventure, and FOMO, fear of missing out. The campaign took social media by storm, with influencers posting cryptic orange squares on Instagram to announce the festival, creating intrigue and buzz. Kendall Jenner reportedly received $250,000 for a single Instagram post promoting the event, while other influencers helped spread the word with promises of an unforgettable experience. The response was overwhelming. Tickets sold out almost immediately as millennials, celebrities, and influencers clamored to be part of what was being dubbed the Coachella of the Caribbean. Fyre Festival wasn't just an event, it was a movement. It represented the ultimate fusion of music, luxury, and social media culture. As the buzz grew, so did the expectations. McFarland and Ja Rule spoke enthusiastically about the festival in interviews and at promotional events, assuring attendees and investors that Fyre Festival would set a new standard for music and lifestyle events. It was poised to be the cultural phenomenon of the decade. When guests began arriving in April 2017, the Fyre Festival, which had been marketed as the pinnacle of luxury and exclusivity, quickly revealed itself to be a colossal failure. Instead of the promised luxury villas nestled on a pristine tropical island, attendees were greeted with disaster relief tents scattered haphazardly across a barren, rocky landscape. The upscale accommodations they had paid thousands of dollars for were nothing more than leftover FEMA tents equipped with soaked mattresses. The highly anticipated gourmet meals turned out to be basic cheese sandwiches, served in styrofoam containers, accompanied by small portions of salad that could hardly feed a crowd. The promised lineup of high-profile musical performances and celebrity appearances never materialized. By the time festival-goers arrived, many of the scheduled artists had already pulled out after not receiving payments from the organizers. The main stage, which was supposed to host acts like Blink-182, was incomplete. and there were no functional sound systems. The illusion of a luxurious, world-class event had evaporated in an instant. The island itself was utterly unprepared to host thousands of guests. Basic infrastructure like bathrooms, running water, and waste disposal was either insufficient or entirely absent. Guests found themselves stranded without reliable transportation, food, or shelter. Cell phone service was spotty, leaving many unable to call for help or arrange their departure. The lack of organization led to widespread confusion and panic as attendees scrambled to secure tents, belongings, and any food or water they could find. As attendees documented their experiences and shared them on social media, the Fyre Festival became an overnight viral sensation for all the wrong reasons. Photos of the infamous cheese sandwich and videos of the chaotic scenes on the island spread like wildfire, turning what was once a highly anticipated event into a global joke. For those on the island, however, it was no laughing matter. Many were stuck for days, with limited resources and no clear way to get back home. Behind the glamour and promises of paradise was a con artist scrambling to keep the facade alive. From the beginning, Billy McFarland had been orchestrating a scam, knowingly selling an event that he lacked the resources, expertise, and infrastructure to deliver. Despite raising millions of dollars from investors, McFarland vastly underestimated the logistical challenges and costs of organizing a large-scale music festival on a remote island. Instead of scaling back or canceling the event when it became clear that the festival could not be executed as promised, McFarland doubled down on marketing to keep the hype alive. He funneled more money into flashy campaigns featuring supermodels and influencers while cutting corners on the festival's actual logistics. To secure last-minute funding, McFarland falsified financial documents, inflating the profitability of Fyre Media to convince investors that the company was thriving. McFarland's deceit extended beyond ticket holders to his financial backers. He defrauded investors out of $26 million, promising them significant returns based on fabricated financial projections. Instead of using the funds to address the festival's mounting problems, McFarland spent lavishly on personal indulgences, including extravagant parties, luxury cars, and other goods. All the while, he knew the festival was on a path to catastrophic failure. The collapse of the Fyre Festival was both swift and catastrophic, leaving a trail of lawsuits, financial losses, and public outrage. Attendees banded together to file lawsuits seeking compensation for the money they had spent and the emotional distress they endured. Vendors and local Bahamian workers who had provided services in good faith were left unpaid and scrambling to recover their losses. Investors, many of whom had poured millions into the project, demanded answers about where their money had gone. The scandal became an instant media sensation, with the public captivated by the sheer audacity and scale of the deception. Documentaries from Netflix titled Fyre, The Greatest Party That Never Happened, and Hulu's Fyre Fraud detailed the chaotic planning, lavish spending, and the lies that built the festival's hype. These documentaries not only exposed McFarland's fraudulent practices, but also highlighted the larger issues of influencer marketing, unchecked ambition, and the dangers of social media-driven hype. The legal fallout was inevitable. In 2018, Billy McFarland was arrested and charged with wire fraud for his role in defrauding both investors and festival goers. During the trial, McFarland admitted that he had knowingly misled everyone involved to keep the festival afloat. He pleaded guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 6 years in federal prison. In addition, he was ordered to pay $26 million in restitution to those he defrauded. McFarland's actions didn't just ruin his reputation, they cast a shadow over the entire influencer marketing industry. The use of influencers to promote the festival without transparency about its shortcomings led to increased scrutiny and calls for regulation in the burgeoning social media advertising space. The Fyre Festival stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of blind trust in social media hype and too-good-to-be-true promises. While McFarland serves his prison sentence, the fallout continues to resonate as a cautionary tale for investors, consumers, and marketers alike. It's a story of ambition that crossed the line into greed, leaving a lasting stain on the world of luxury events and influencer marketing. The Fyre Festival disaster is a cautionary tale about the dangers of hype, deception, and blind trust in social media. Here are the key takeaways. 1. Beware of social media hype. The festival was fueled by a viral marketing campaign that created unrealistic expectations. Always research before buying into heavily promoted events or products. 2. Look for transparency. McFarland's operation was opaque, with little accountability or communication. Whether it's a festival or an investment, transparency is key to building trust. 3. Recognize red flags. From unpaid vendors to vague details about logistics, the warning signs of Fyre Festival's failure were there. Always question vague promises and too-good-to-be-true offers. 4. Accountability in influencer marketing. The influencers who promoted Fyre Festival faced backlash for endorsing a scam. Consumers should be critical of endorsements, and influencers should prioritize integrity. The Fyre Festival wasn't just a logistical failure. It was a monumental fraud that left thousands of people stranded, millions of dollars lost, and an industry reeling. Billy McFarland's story is a stark reminder of the power of accountability and the dangers of unchecked ambition. At Simple Personal Finance, we believe in helping you make smarter decisions by staying informed and skeptical of big promises. If you found this video insightful, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's learn from the Fyre Festival fiasco and ensure we never get burned by the next big scam.